I'm a lit kid B.
Good day, teachers, and welcome to the first episode of our Edu Vlog series. I am Teacher KN, and I am a social science education major, a pre-service teacher, and a future LPT. Here in this channel, I will be sharing with you my journey as I am preparing myself to be an educator of our country. So if you are ready, you can just click the subscribe and bell button below so you can be notified and be updated with every vlogs that I will be sharing with you. To start, today I will be sharing with you 3 online apps or websites that we can use as our learning materials in the Bagong Kadawian, or what we also know as remote, distance, or online learning. I have been using these apps for years that really help me a lot when it comes to being creative in reports, discussions, and presentations, as well as in outputs like creating papers such as that, and really boosts your confidence and your speaking ability in front of your students and teachers. That way, it will help you enjoy more the discussion as well as the making of bunch of outputs. So, are you ready? If you are ready, then we will start. Then let's go to our top 3. ClassDojo is a school communication platform that teachers, students, and families use every day to build close-knit communities by sharing what's being learned inside the classroom and home through virtual interaction, photos, videos, and messages. And just a trivia, it is actively used in 95% of all K-8 schools in the United States and 180 countries, including the Philippines. ClassDojo is often used for behavior management, especially if you are a teacher under kindergarten or elementary levels, and it has a bunch of characters that children enjoy as they can portray their own avatar. This gives a wide access for virtual school, as parents can also be invited inside the class during discussion or offline discussion, view and see students' portfolios, activities, and records. And here's how to explore the ClassDojo as a virtual classroom. So first up, you must first log into your browser at classdojo.com. This is where you can sign in yourself as a teacher, a parent, a student, or a student leader. Here I made my own account last year where I used it in our EdTech course. You can see 2 virtual classrooms here with 26. One is with 26 students. So I used this in our class, a social science majors. There you go. And then below, you can see buttons such as toolkit, attendance, select multiple, random, timer, big ideas, and invite families. And these buttons directs you to the best features of this platform. So second step. So let's start with clicking the attendance. Just like how it really works, as we already know, attendance is where we can record who's present and who's absent for today in our class. So for example, Liza is absent for today. So I will just be clicking her button to make it red to indicate that she is absent for today. And then you will just have to click the save attendance button here so that it will automatically be recorded. Third stop is the select multiple. This is where you can click any of the students to give your own feedback. So for example, I will be giving feedback to Golden. Since she is the class president in our class, I will be giving her a good job point And that will record her 2 points for today. Another good thing about this is you can add your own equivalent points. So for example, is the communication points, communication skills. And there you go. This will be added in your points. So without clicking the X button, you will see the info here. This is where you can rename your class and change the grade level. As you can see, this is used starting from preschool until 12th grade, and you can also use it in your college if you are handling an early childhood education majors. And then the students and families, this is where you can add or invite new ones. And then the teachers and the settings, this is where you will require the parents or your co-teachers to leave their comments and feedbacks, because feedbacks, especially the positive ones, are a great way to strengthen the skills and behavior of a learner. Fifth stop is the timer. So timer is a built-in timer where you can time your students whenever you have an activity to stimulate performance, or if you want them to write down their answer in a specific question, you can give them 1 minute. For example, 1 minute. You can give them 1 minute so that you can still be able to control how much screen time you can give to your students. Sixth stop is the big ideas. So these big ideas will redirect you to another tab, and this is where you can access videos that teach about growth mindset, perseverance, empathy, gratitude, mindfulness, moods, attitudes, and etc. This is where you can play in class and to boost the participation of your students. Seventh stop, let's go to toolkit. So aside from the timer, it has a random button where you can just click it and ask for a recitation to the student who ends up on the screen. So for example, the program chose Kat, and you will ask Kat about a certain question. Next is the group maker. This is where the program itself will randomly group your class to any number you want. So for example, I will have to divide the class with 4 members per group. And then there you go. Easy, right? After that is the noise meter. So noise meter is where it lessens the background noise in your place, like this. Hello? Next is the direction. This is where you can write your own instruction. For example, is to get the paper. This is how your student will see on their screen. After that is the think, pair, share button. This is where you will ask your students to pair themselves so you can give them the chance to brainstorm idea or just simply socialize with each other virtually, because talking to your classmate is one thing that changed dramatically in this new setup. Next is the today button. This serves as a greetings to start the day and music. And last is the music button feature. This is where you can choose active. You can use the active sound whenever you have a game-based or performance activity, and then the focus where you can play during exams, because music helps the students remember something that they have learned. Okay? So ninth stop above, you can see here the portfolios, class stories, and messages. So let's click and go to portfolios. Portfolio is where all outputs of students are attached herewith, as well as all activities you provided to them, and also where you can create a new one. For example, drawing, you will write the title of the activity here and then your instruction. Aside from writing down your instruction, you can also record your own video here. Next up is the class story. Class story is where it demonstrates a social media like platform where you can share photos and messages to your students' families. Next up is the messages. This is where personally sent messages or concerns go with. 12 stop. Here, if you will click this arrow, you can connect to students and add colleagues, as well as view reports where you can access the assessment of each student's performances and attendance. And that's it. So, ClassDojo is another great tool to add to your toolbox to help manage behavior. And teachers, were down to our top two. So our top two is what we call as the Google Jamboard. So Google Jamboard is a collaborative online whiteboard, an interactive touchscreen display or monitor, and just like ClassDojo, it is also available online and in-app for free. So the Jamboard app is a fantastic tool for learning in face-to-face environments if you're using projectors and for virtual or remote learning. And these features are very simple and intuitive, so it's really easy to collaborate, and the visuals can boost the participation among your students. First step is go to jamboard.google.com, and when you open your Jamboard, you will see all of the recent jams you have opened, and you can just click the plus button here below to create a new job. So for example, I will be discussing about the for example, I will be discussing the gender related topics in Araling Panlipunan. And here in the left section of the screen are several buttons that will help us utilize this app. So tip number 2 is this button, which is the draw. This is where you can use pen, marker, highlighter, and the brush, and you can also change its color into six colors. Next is, for example, here is hello, and the next is the eraser, just as simple as erasing something that we have drawn. Okay, next is the select button. This is just a form of selecting any materials, and we will use that for later. Next is the sticky note. Sticky note is the best feature of this Jamboard, and you can just add a sticky note with text, and you can choose from several colors. So for example, we will ask the students to do a brainstorming or list down the prejudices about men and women, and then ask men to use the green sticky notes and the yellow ones for the girls, so you can identify their own answers. So men, and the other ones is for women. Next is the add image. The add image is basically uploading your own photos in the device or in image search like the Google image search or directly from your Google Drive. Next is the shape button. You can add circle, square, triangle, diamond, rounded circle or rounded rectangle, half circle, and etc. You can choose the border here and change its border into any color that you want, and if you would like to create a fill color there or just transparent, this is where it can help you create a Venn diagram like. Okay, this is how it goes, and there it will help you create your own Venn diagram and stimulate performance or activities in your class. Next is the text box. So text box is a box where you can type and format text like writing your direction or question. So for example, I will be asking, what is the difference between sex and gender? I will be deleting this one. And if ever you will delete the things that are necessary in your presentation, just click the Control Z button. And there you go. Next is the tip number 9 is the laser button. This is where, just like the ones that we use when we are using projectors in class, this is just a form of pointer so that you can emphasize and highlight certain terms in your screen when you are presenting ideas to your students. So for example, you are asking about the gender, so you can just use this link in motion so you can catch the attention of your students. And then tip number 10 is the background button. Here you can choose from the dots and the blue lines. There you go, to make your Jamboard more creative and fun. And then tip number 11, if ever you would like to clean up your jam, just click the clear frame here to wipe everything off your frame with just one click. Okay? Next here is, and this 3 dots, this is the what we call the menu. From here, if ever you wanted a pre-made Jamboard, you can rename your Jamboard as your final presentation for your grade 10 Shakespeare, for example, and then download it as your PDF or a non-editable file, or save the frame as an image, remove, and then make a copy of your jam. After that, you can share your jams to your co-teachers or class by clicking the share button here. Okay. After that is, as you save your jam, you can meet your class in any meeting platform like Google Meet to share your screen, or let your students go to this link so that they can experience an actual navigation of the learning materials, and they can add their sticky notes or write down their thoughts and during the discussion. Okay. So, teachers, see how using Jamboard as a teaching whiteboard virtually has lots of benefits and is very different from using a bunch of Manila paper or cartulinas, or even the traditional blackboard that we know, which somehow gives an allergy when you are using chalks like that, and then it can those things like the Manila paper and cartulinas can easily be crumpled once you already use it. And the Jamboard, you can use this as many times as you want, and it will save you more time and more money. So, for remote learning, it is a whiteboard that you can share on your screen during a video call. Plus, when used anytime in any setting, you can always share this with any of the students where they can view later, and for you to share it to your other classes. So, our top one learning material is what we called as the Canva. So, Canva is, and our top one learning material is what we called as Canva. So, I guess you have already heard of this before, but I will be sharing with you how we can use this in our presentations or in discussions with our classes. So, Canva is a graphic design app that you can access in your own browser, in laptop, or in app that is downloadable in the Google Play Store, and it can pass on creative and collaborative skills that will last a lifetime with its drag and drop tool that makes visual learning and communication easy and fun. So, are you excited as me? So, let's start. So, first is that go to canva.com. So, it will require you to create an account and lets you choose whether regular Canva, premium Canva, which is a bit costly, ranging from 1,000 pesos within a limited amount of time only. And the best thing here is that if you are from an educational institution like the PNU, they will give you a PNU email that where you can avail or access the Canva Edu and enjoy some perks like those in premium accounts without paying any amount. So here, as a PNU one, I signed up using my PNU email to avail the Canva Edu, and you can see a bunch of templates with various format education like education presentations, education, infographics, worksheets. There are a lot of worksheets from different subjects here. Also, flashcards or your design for your Google Classroom header, and many more. So you can just go and browse everything here. It got lots of creative materials. So with Canva as a go-to platform for project-based learning, you can design anything or use templates and help you stay organized to classroom collaboration and assignments that will increase engagement levels regardless of if you are teaching in the classroom or remotely. So here we will be creating a creative presentation. But here you can search for a template about a certain topic or create your own. So if you would like to choose a template, you can just search for presentation there, and Canva itself will give you their outputs that you are looking for. So see, we have here the social science lesson, face masks. There you go. Since I have decided to share with you create presentation, I will, like for example, I will be discussing the issue sa paggawa for Araling Panlipunan 10. Issue sa paggawa. So after that, you can see a blank template, no? And if you will just be using or choosing a template here in Canva, make sure that you will not that you will choose a template that is contextualized to your topic, and do not choose something that is irrelevant to you, that will not help to direct your students to your topic. And it is best that if you will just use a pre-made design, you can manage it in your own way, from choosing the background, font style, color scheme, and content layout. Others already have the content and can already use them in class. However, as teachers, we have our own lesson plans that we consider and we need to follow. And you will just have to delete the content and change it in a topic that you want. So for example, I am a teacher for grade 10 and I would like to discuss the issues sa paggawa. Okay, just a pro tip, Canva is made by an Australian Filipina, and she is Perkins. She is based in Australia, and since she is also has a blood of a Filipina, they added lots of elements that is based in the Philippines. So going back, since we are already here in our presentation, all you have to do is click this text button here, and then you can choose a lot of text here, and then you can write your own topic. Okay, issues sa paggawa. And then you can click this and choose whatever font that you want. And since I have told you about the Philippines, or the elements that is based from the Philippines, you can just search for the word Philippines, and then all fonts that are based in the Philippines will go here, or will appear here. You can see they already have the buy-in, but of course we will not be using that because not all students can already understand the buy-in. And these fonts are very popular, and I know we have seen this in front of the jeepneys. Okay, this is Quiapo. So if you would like it to become bigger so that it will be more readable to your students. And this is the capo font, and you can change its color here in this button that says the text color, and change it into something that is readable or pleasing to the eye of the students. So for example, I will choose the green color. There you go. And then you can just change or put it anywhere that you want. So after that is you can also add other elements by clicking the elements button here in the left side. So you can add elements that will somehow add your own branding in this instructional material. So for example, we will be searching for another element for Philippines. And then issue sa paggawa, since issue sa paggawa tells about the workers here in our country, you can click this here and then change it here. So as a pro tip, so that students can still read everything that is in your presentation, you can click this button, the position, and click backward so that the elements will not block the title of your presentation. And then here you can see they have pictures of Filipinos. There you go. You can just click this here, and then if you would like to delete something, just click the button here and then drag this one, drag the element so that it can help you navigate the element. And you can change some of the colors here since our flag is already correct in color. If you would, there you go. Okay, this is just really a simple and will definitely increase your creative skills. Okay, and I would like to change my color because it is making the presentation more. There, you can adjust the space here. Mga issues sa paggawa. Okay, so next step, which is the step 5, you can add your own photos here in upload. If you would like to choose your own or upload your own photos, just click the upload button here, and then photos, like searching for a specific photos that is searchable or that the Canva already has here in their platform. After that, you can also add an animation by clicking this word animate. This is one of the best thing here in Canva as well. Like for example here. Okay. Okay, you can also adjust their time here. Okay. After that, if you're already done and satisfied with your presentation, you can download it here by clicking the word download as a PNG or JPEG format, which indicates that those are pictures or a 2D material, PDF as a non-editable document, and then the MP4 if you would like to convert your presentation as video. So to make it more easy and convenient, you can just also click here the 3-dot button and click for assignment. If you have class here in Canva, and in Google you can direct it in Google Classroom or Microsoft Teams or wherever your online classes take place, because Canva has reached a lot of platforms including the Facebook, Twitter, and then email. And if you want to share your presentation with students, you can just do it so by clicking the share button here, and you can see here a link to edit. Of course, you don't want your student to edit your own presentation, so you have to change it in the view format and then click the copied link, and it will automatically be added in your clipboard. And then after that, when students already click on your unique link or URL, your design will open in a website mode and they can navigate by scrolling between slides or just simply download it in the Microsoft. Here in the Microsoft. Okay. Because a lot of teachers are more familiar with using the MS PowerPoint. So here in Canva, you can be creative and resourceful at the same time without having any difficulties. And you can get either by your own or choose from a range of existing templates from writing prompt, journal entries, lesson plans, or class schedules, etc. And we're done, teachers. I hope you have learned a lot from our first episode of Edu Vlog series. And I would really appreciate it if you will comment down below your own thoughts or whatever things you have learned for this episode. And you can still join me in our next episode by clicking the subscribe button and bell for notifications. And if you have suggestions and would like me to make a video about something that you would like to discuss, you can message me here at my own email account. Thank you very much and see you next time, teachers. Padayon!